You only live once.
Hi, my name's Noah Wagner, and I'm the director and creator of Rainbow Hollow. Rainbow Hollow is this project that started when I was actually at the funeral for a friend of mine, and this idea kind of washed over me. Because there's no real good way to, put a body to rest. You're either putting it inside of a small box and you're burying it 6 feet underground, or alternatively, you're turning it to ash. And that also sounds terrible. And really, this is all sort of like a way for me to process just that death sucks. But I thought this is not something that I'll ever get to make. Wrote it down in my notes app and funneled it away. And then when the Neura team, reached out, this idea came back to me. And I thought this is actually the perfect opportunity to bring it back to life. No pun intended. I always saw it as a claymation aesthetic because I think that sort of lighthearted aesthetic offsets any heaviness and again gives the audience permission to look in a mirror about things that they don't otherwise want to confront. But to be abundantly clear, anything I'm doing with the claymation aesthetic, and that's why I phrase it that way, is on the shoulders of people who have done physical, literal claymation. And I've always had ideas that are, I think, a little ambitious and a little lofty. And in my mind's eye, it's like very specific, but I can't draw for shit. So now with some of the tools that are coming out, I'm able to get what's in my head out on the screen and collaborate, because I think collaboration is one of the key elements of creativity, at least the best kind. And so by no means am I making this as like a lone wolf solo act. For the writing process, I've been working with Michael Kohler, who is a longtime collaborator of mine. I describe him as my Cohen brother. We kind of serve as each other's therapists. And so, I had the seed of the idea and I knew what the heart of it was, but then together we're sort of able to unpack what's inside of the story. I think there's no replacement for that soul and that human connection, because we can't lose sight of the fact that what we're making is for humans on the other side of the screen. And so I think my hopes for anyone who watches Rainbow Hollow is that it helps anyone grieving or anyone who has any sort of relationship with death to just help process a little bit, because there's a lot of uncertainty with technology, there's a lot of uncertainty with death, and I feel like there's also a lot of possibility in the uncertainty. We don't have to know, and that's what this story's about ultimately.